Welcome to the Great Globe Tile Creator. You can input these letters and numbers to get an assignment for a tile. When we've completed this, you will see that you have a 6-digit number with a letter, so seven different sizes have been selected. This takes you down to 1/100,000 model. At the bottom of the screen, you see it's calculated the latitude and longitude of each of the corners of the triangle, and down here below is the tile number A692381. And there's a KML file. There it is, popping up in Google Earth. And the other number that was an STL file, which was the tile assignment for a 3D printer. That's actually the three-dimensional tile that you would send to your printer. Now here we found our tile. It's divided into 9 subsections, and we're going to go ahead and input to save it in Google Earth. We're going to input the number, the tile number. And you can see that now it has a pin, so you can save that in your Google Earth. Now, if this were your tile and you wanted to start to examine what's here, see all those buildings, you can zoom down into the village, into the town, select a street where you think, oh, that looks interesting, let's go see what it is. We're going to go see what this white building is, maybe a museum, maybe a library, maybe a school. And you can explore, and then you can take the Street View character and drop him down onto a street. Now you're going to go into Google Street View, and it looks very much like a school. So we're on this street, and you could start to see what kinds of things might I want to research and study. We can look at the signs. You can tell that you're in Europe. We have trees, so maybe you would like to explore what kinds of trees do they have in this part of Italy. You can go down the street, you can look at signs, you can look at buildings, you might look at the architecture, you might look at the cars and say, oh, I would like to do a report on Italian cars. Now we can zoom back out to the spatial view of the city. Go choose another area and say, oh, well, let's drop our little guy back down in Street View. And I'm going to keep doing this until I find something that I want to report on. So, oh, it's a car dealership for Renault and let's see, and Mitsubishi. So we know that we have a car dealership. Now, you may want to know more about this area of Italy, so you might go to Wikipedia and look at and find out what province or county this is in. And here we have Milan, so you see that other tile triangles ending in 8382. That's an adjacent panel, or a tile actually, that's on the same panel. So here we have an area that looks interesting, maybe a museum, looks like a park. Look, there's a big train, whole bunch of train tracks. So we have some kind of public building, maybe a government office, maybe a museum, maybe it's a museum. So your task is to find out what that building is. Is it a museum? And you have to think of how would you research that. And you may need a little help from parents or teachers, but it's really up to you to explore your tile.